I've done many interviews and things over the years, but it does feel strange to be on this side, but I'm happy to be here, happy I'm still here, period. So I've always said about history, what we've learned in the past is our lifeline to the future. I was in the reserves, I was appointed to a warrant officer, and then came to the Guard. And then from there I moved to State Public Affairs, and then from there I moved to what we call back then the DUIM. There was a new position that came open, VI, Visual Information. And to my knowledge, I was the first one in Kentucky, and I think one of the first in the U.S. And one of the first video projects was one called The History of the Kentucky National Guard. I was living in Danville at the time. I go to church with a couple of guys. I was talking to them one Sunday morning. I told the one guy, I said, I'm in the National Guard. He said, well, I was in the National Guard. He said, I'm a Bataan survivor, and my jaw dropped. I mean, unbelievable. When I was in the 5th grade, I read a book about Bataan, and I never forgot it. It really stuck with me. Here was an actual survivor. I said, I'd like to do a documentary on that. I think it needs to be done. There's nothing that I know of that exists. That was my first documentary. And that went on to win, I think it was 4 national awards and 3 or 4 state awards. And then I knew about the Vietnam situation with the 2nd 138th, but retirement caught up with me, so I didn't get to get it done before I retired. So in 2009, I just said, I'm gonna do this on my own. So I started working on it. I made several trips to Bardstown, did 15 different interviews with all the survivors, and that is Vietnam Kentucky Thunder of the 2nd 138, and it went on to win a Telly, a videographer, which has changed now to the Video Awards. I donated it to the National Guard Memorial because I felt that was the right thing to do. And actually, before I retired, General Youngman had me do not really a documentary, but a short piece called Boots on the Ground. To my understanding now, I'm not for sure about this, but I think the first female to win a Silver Star since WW2. I'll be 80 this year, so if I've got any other projects, I gotta start moving. I would like to say I'm very proud of this, to have this in my name and these guys on the side, and I know just about every one of them is quite an honor. In 2007, I was the first warrant officer of the year, and I was presented this at the National Guard Conference. I would say for any of the young soldiers out there right now that want to have a great career in the Guard, it's a fantastic organization, and I was very proud to be a part of it. Still proud to be a retired part of it. So.